Hi guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be showing you something game changing that will totally change how to generate leads for your campaigns. Usually, how do most people find lead? They will go to a database like Apollo Zoom Info, filter based on the titles, industry, and technologies mostly, and get emails from that database. But that thing is just outdated. We have to get a step further to find the leads that are not even found in any database, and you would even find them at very cheap price as well. So for $1 you could even find 200 to 300 leads. You just can't match that price with any database. So in this video I will explain to you how to automate this entire process of qualifying your companies, finding the leads in those companies, and personalize the emails. So if you had to do it previously without AI or manually, you would need a team of at least 10 people to do it. You just need to be a little bit good at prompt engineering and building AI agents, and you will be good to go. And all of this could be done without any coding experience. So let's start with it. So before we start, you would really need three things to start with. One is Clay. So basically Clay is where we are going to be doing everything. You wouldn't really need any other main software excluding Clay to execute all of this and automate this entire process. Second, you will need an access to Claude AI. A free account would work as well, but it's much better than generating copy than ChatGPT is. Third, you would need OpenAI API access, and with all of this you could automate this entire process. So to show you the whole workflow, I will be doing this live in front of you for one of my clients. So in this scenario we are going to target dealerships in Texas, and we are going to qualify them and then find their owner and general managers at those locations. So the first step is always getting a list of domains. So for that, either you can use Apollo, a Google Maps scraper, or Clay also has an inbuilt integration that you can use. If you don't really have a Clay account here, I will be attaching a link in the description by using which you can get 3000 credits for free and start testing this out for yourself. So when you are into Clay, you have to create a new workbook and create a blank workbook, right? Then I will be renaming it. So now I have all this data scraped by Outscraper from Google Maps in Texas. So I'll be cleaning this data. So I've cleaned this data. So I only need the company name, their website, their full address, reviews and ratings if I want to personalize further. Download all this data and in CSV and go to Clay and import the CSV into it. So here we are going to be working on the first agent, which will be a qualifying agent. So I cannot really trust these Google Maps scraper or even Google Maps. So we don't really want to be in that situation where we have a list of businesses but they don't really fit our ICP. So it's just a snowball effect. You start doing things better from the get-go. While this is processing, I will get an Claude account. It's really easy to sign up for Claude. You can just continue with Google. So this is how the interface would look like. So these dealerships we are looking for could be a car dealership or truck dealership, nothing other than that. And they should be selling new cars as well. They cannot be just a used car dealership where like most of these dealerships are. I will be instructing Claude what we need. So in this scenario, we are looking to build a qualification agent, which will take the data of each company, their website, their name, their location, and find whether they qualify our criteria. So this is how you have to go in and instruct Claude. So you are an expert AI agent generator, which is capable of generating mega prompts, which will be guiding AI to execute a particular task. Here we want to generate an prompt where we instruct AI to evaluate a particular company based on the set of criterias we want, right? So you will be creating an agent that is basically a prompt to an AI agent that will be executing a task that is about qualifying a company based on the criterias we want. So we have details about the company where we are looking to see if it fits our ICP or not. So our ICP is new dealerships, either car or trucks. So what I would want to do is I want to create a prompt that takes in the inputs. First, start with giving it the instruction about what we are looking for. So you have to tell we are looking to evaluate this company based on the criterias below. You have to tell them what we are doing. So here we are selling social media solutions to dealerships, either car or truck in Texas. The focus of agent will be on identifying whether they are a dealership or not. So then you will be giving in them the inputs like name, car, name, company website, location, and then you have to give it the data gathering and search strategies. It has to use either go to their website, start with going to their website, then you have to use Google to get more data or whatever information it can find by combining all those things using Boolean search to find the information about the exact location. After that, you gather the data about that business. So it can either use LinkedIn as well. The main criteria we are looking to identify is whether they are a dealership dealing in new cars or trucks or not. That is the only criteria we are following here. So to find that, you can do all the research you want, all the data gathering, then you have to analyze. If from any information you are able to identify with a dealership that deals in new cars and trucks, you have to mark it as yes or no. So the reasoning process would be, you will be first starting with listing the key observation, why they are qualified and why they fit our ICP. Then the output format would just be yes or no. We don't really want anything else other than that, because we first just want to identify whether they fit our ICP or not before we move on to the next step. You have to prioritize accuracy over speed. We want accurate data. If the agent cannot identify whether it is a right fit, it can mention not found. Make sure it remembers we are looking for dealerships who deals in only new cars or new trucks. They cannot just be involved in used vehicles. Make sure all information is verified and I don't have to re-evaluate it. So after I'm done prompting, I will click stop. It will paste that prompt in here and I will see whether I need to change anything or not. Then it will start processing it, and you have to make sure that it is using Claude 3.5 Sonnet, which is the best model it has, and now it's creating that agent. I think this is doing a really good job. Now you take all this information and see, if you were someone who is doing this research, would this process yield the right results? Or what you can do instead is just take this information, go to Clay, add enrichment and find Clayagent here. Web research, select a model. 4Omni really gives great results, so you don't really have to spend a lot of money. So I'm going to be adding all this information about this company. Now it will process all this information. When everything is done, what you can do is just click save and run 10 rows. So you will be testing out this on the 10 rows first to check whether it is doing the right thing or not. Right? So if it is not, you have to see what changes you can make. So you go back to Claude's drawing board, and if you want to take it a step further, do 10 of these manually. You start with demonstrating it, what process you are following, so AI can replicate that and give you the right information. So when you see that you are getting 80 to 90% right results, you can execute this in all the leads. So here, if you click here, you will see how many tokens or money you are spending. You are spending 1 cent to do this research. Here, for this much cost, you could process 250 of these and you wouldn't even spend $1, right? So this, it says this is the right dealership, Vanguard. It is a right fit. So you could even read through its reasoning. More and more information you provide to the AI agent, better it will do. Be as thorough as possible. If there is no enough data, it says insufficient data. Right now we will go to website and see where it is missing. But here as well, I can see that it has new cars available. So you can go back to Claude and tell, hey, you are missing this. They have an option of checking out new cars on the website, then they are qualified. So most of these answers are right. And if you just reprocess this, it might find the right data again. So after I get the right answers, I will just execute it on all these rows. So this is how you prepare a qualification agent. Now from these 2700 or so companies, then after that, we will be creating a lead finding agent. So in this scenario, we are only looking for the owner and the general manager of this dealership. This was great. Now I want you to work on another agent that will be able to find leads for a particular company at a particular location. So in this scenario, we are looking out for owner, general manager, partner at the dealership. You have to use advanced search tactics like Boolean search, starting with their website. These are the key search strategies that you have to use. Your task is to find relevant lead information. Your goal is to first make sure you are able to find either owner, partner, or general manager of the dealership. You don't have to stop at one. If you are able to find the one role, but I would want you to search for each role separately. The strategies I would want you to use would be to identify these roles on LinkedIn. Make sure that you ensure that the person currently works at that location or the company. You have to check their current status where they are working and then give us the data. For the owner, finding the owner at these locations, it would be fairly easier. You could just put in the company name, location, and Google will most probably give you the right results. Or you can go to their website, look out for their team page from about section or meet the staff page, and from there you might be able to find their owner or general manager. If you're able to find the owner, then only you have to move to the next step of finding the general manager. And if you are not able to find both of these roles, then you have to try finding the partner. For each lead, you have to provide good reasons why this is the good lead, and you have to make sure they are currently working there, either from LinkedIn or their website. These are the two places that will have the correct data. And if it is not clear if they are currently working there, you can still take that lead, because we can find their email and try to validate that. And if it is still valid, they are probably working there. Take at least 20 steps to make sure that you get highly accurate data. Spend at least 80,000 tokens to find the data. The information we are looking for each lead would be first name, last name, job title, company name, and their LinkedIn URL to make sure that they are the right person we want to go after. If the data is not found, come back with the none answer and specify the reasons why you cannot find it. Lastly, make sure you are giving us clear and structured data. You do everything in your power to find the leads. You should not leave any stone unturned to find these roles at these locations. Now create an agent for me that will be able to execute this for this company, and make sure that if that data is available, and it is available somewhere, it is able to find either from their reviews, it is able to identify who the right roles is, or they're from website. Now Claude will work on this agent and will try to give us that proper structured agent that will able to identify what we are looking for. Now there are two options. Either you tell the agent in this prompt only that you want the data in JSON format, like structured format, and you can push that to another sheet. Or what you can do is you can just get the data from this agent and create another agent that is going to structure that data, and that is what we are gonna do. So we will be calling it as a structure agent, and it can be same for all the companies or the different niche you target. But for the first two agents, you have to create them for each campaign, because it's based on niche and then specific roles. So now I will copy this and create another agent to identify this information. It can be improved, but I'm just showing you what's possible. So I will go to Clay and again pull up Clay agent, and here I will add an run filter. Like I would only want it to run if there is a yes in this column. So if I put in this information, add these metrics. So make sure you add all of these metrics, and after that you select this model as well, and then you start processing it. Sorry about that, you cannot start processing it. You have to set the run settings. So if you use AI and tell it only run contains yes. So if you do that and it generates a formula, it will only run whichever of these rows have yes in it. So if you see, it is generating that formula. This is working and output is okay. And then I will process again. And here only you can see we already have an answer. So the owner is Christopher Late. General manager is this. So if you go to Google and find this answer, so let's do that manually for you. So I'll show you why it works so great. Google and search out for him. It will be most probably Christopher. So Christopher Late is the principal owner at Vanguard Auto. So this is just amazing, right? You see the potential here. We have found all this data. So I would again run this on all these leads I have tried it on. So for insufficient data, I'm running it again, because most probably it's not able to make the decision. So I've not processed more than 150 leads here. So I will find leads for all of these using this agent. Now we will work on creating an agent that will structure this data into JSON. It will be a very short agent. It's not gonna be long. It will just make our job easier. So I'll go back to Claude. I'll type in, I want you to create another agent that will be able to analyze the data by the agent we have just created and structure that into JSON format, where it structure first name, last name, title, any email they find, their personal LinkedIn URL if available, and company name. So this is the structure I want it to create for all the leads it is able to find. If there are 3 leads, I want to create the structure of 3 leads. So I want the prompt should be in text only, but it should be able to create it in JSON format. So that is the goal here. So you just have to give it basic instructions. But now I see this is a huge prompt, so I will make some changes in it. So when you don't get the right data or the output from the Claude, we will go back to it and tell it what it did not do right. So the agent you just created is too long and is using output structure like JSON inside the agent, which we don't really want to do it. I want you to just create an agent that will be able to parse the data from the previous agents and structured into specific JSON format. It should just include the relevant leads based on the previous agent, which are either owner, general manager, or partner of the dealership, and only relevant information like first name, last name, LinkedIn URL, dealership name, their domain if available, their title, and the summary of the lead, and nothing else. You don't have to give it any other very thorough information that you have given in the previous agent here. I just want you to make sure that it takes the data from those agents and just create into the JSON format. I don't even want you to add the JSON format in the output. I just want you to create the structure JSON to give it an example without creating a block in it. Let's see what it creates now. So even if it is giving example output here, we can still add it this way, right? So it knows how it should create, but most of this will be done by Clay only. So now I will just use OpenAI to do it. I don't really need to use Clayagent, right? I will just use OpenAI, which will be much cheaper than Clayagent. So I will now just copy this. Then I will give it an example output, and then we end with this. Then we start adding the variables it has to analyze. So mostly what we will want to add is dealership contacts and first add response. Then we will also add the reasoning it has used. Then I will also add all the steps it has taken, and maybe it has found some information about the lead, but it is not able to add that here. Now after adding all of these, you have to definitely click one more thing here, which is JSON. It should look like this. So I will just run it on all of these leads till here, and it will convert all of these into JSON format, and we will be able to get it into another sheet. So I'll now show you the process of getting the leads from here and how to send it to another sheet. So we will be creating another sheet, blank table, and you could just change anything you want here, right? So if you want to rename this column, you could add first name. So I will change all of these with the information I need. So these are the information we will be getting into this sheet. So you have to go back to this sheet and click add enrichment, write to, and you will have this option of write to other table. Here you have to add your Clay account. So you will be selecting a table that you want to send this leads to. So here it is, and here you have to add the leads, all the leads from here, and this is done. So you will find all the columns it has identified or created inside that JSON format you just create. So you just have to add each element here. Then if you want to add something that is the information available from here, so let's say I want to add rating and reviews. From here I could add ratings, right? And after you're done here, you can just click save and run, and it will start writing these to the other table. So you see it has created 3 rows here. Now if I click run for all these columns, and you will see all of these leads are created automatically. You can never get this data if you were using Apollo or anything, right? Even because there is no LinkedIn profile available of these leads. These are either found from their website or done custom research. Now I'll show you how to use waterfall enrichment to find emails of these leads. So you see we have 154 rows here. You could start with either the inbuilt enrichment here. So if you search for work email and go for this waterfall, then you will be able to create a waterfall enrichment for yourself. But I don't usually do it. I start with the cheapest source, which is Apollo, right? I have Apollo API connected to it. I will say enrich person, and and full name is here. Continue to add fields. I will just add email here. So I will save and run. Let's say I run 10 rows and see, right? So it is able to find 3 emails, which is good. So now I will create another where I will validate these emails. This is the one we have to continue to add fields. We want to add everything. Right now we are not even sending any emails to Microsoft. Lead Magic will give you that information as well. So if they are from Microsoft, we are not sending to them. So if they are invalid, we will rerun them and try to find them using Lead Magic. So it's up to you now how you use this method. After this is done, you could just use Lead Magic to find more leads. How you would do it, you will tell it only find emails for the ones that don't really have an email right now, have invalid emails. So I will create a formula here. We just want to have valid emails here. By using this, we will have the valid emails. We right now have only few valid emails. So I will create another enrichment where we find the workmail using Lead Magic, which I already have. So I will continue to add the email status and again their MX provider who they use. So I will before that add the run settings. Only run if this is empty. So save and run, and it will try to find emails for all of these other leads. And if it is not able to do it, then you use find email, then you use Prospeo, then you use People Data Labs. People Data Labs has really great data. So you use this method and in the end you will find a really good list of 70 to 80% of the emails. After that, it's up to you how you want to execute the campaigns. If you want more personalized information, create another agent to do that. So this was the whole process that we used to create, first qualify a list of companies, find the leads in it, and making sure we push the leads to find emails in that. You could just now add domains or this information into the sheet, and all of this system will be automated. So if from these I just process 100 more, let's say. Everything is automated now. You add more domains to it, it will start running automatically. I just have to wait here. Now you see 154 leads here. In no time, there will be more than 200 here. That is how you have to create this system, where you just work once, invest your time into building your system, and it can run forever for you. It can just keep giving you high quality data. Using this system, you can reach out to leads that nobody else is reaching out in your niche, and that's how you get 8 to 10% reply rate. We are seeing one meeting booked for every 100 emails we send using this strategy. You see the leads have started to come in, and now Apollo is enriching them. But if it is not, then Lead Magic is doing its part. Now if you want me to build this system for you, book a call from down below and we will get in touch and see if there is a fit, and we could just automate this entire process for you, so you don't need an army of SDRs to do this for you, and you could just run a system that is able to generate 30 to 40 meetings per month for you. And that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Share it with your friends who might benefit from it. If you want any more videos related to this, comment below the video. It really motivates me. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more such tutorials. So that's all. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.